Shalom. This week's Sedra is Sedra Vayatzie. This week's Torah portion discusses Yaakov's fleeing from his brother and his search for a wife. Yaakov is instructed not to marry a local woman, as the people of Canaan were considered of low character, unworthy, and unable to raise children who would be the foundation of the Jewish people. Instead, Yaakov heads east, back to where his family hailed from in Haran. It is there that he finds Rachel, his wife. On his journey to finding Haran, he stopped outside of the city and has an odd encounter with the local shepherds near a well. Listen to this. The Torah reads, Yaakov resumed his journey and came to the land of the Easterners. There before his eyes was a well in the open. 3 flocks of sheep were lying there besides it, for the flocks were watered from that well. The stone on the mouth of the well was large. When all the flocks were gathered there, the stone would be rolled from the mouth of the well, and the sheep would then be watered. Then the stone would be put back into place on the mouth of the well. Yaakov said to them, "My friends, where are you from?" And they said, "We're from nearby, we're from Haran." He said to them, "Do you know Lavan, the son of Nahor?" And they said, "Yes, we do." So Yaakov continued, "Is he well?" And they said, "Yes, he is. And there is his daughter Rachel coming with the flock of sheep." Yaakov said to them, "It's still broad daylight. I don't understand. It's too early to round up the animals. Water the flocks and take them to pasture. Why are you sitting around?" But they said to him, "We can't until all the flocks are rounded up together. Then we can all together roll the stone off the mouth of the well, and then we can water the sheep." In his commentary to this episode, the Chizkuni is curious why Yaakov doesn't give the local shepherds the benefit of the doubt, and then he rebukes them, erroneously it turns out, for seemingly calling it a day while the day's not finished yet. The Chizkuni wrote, why would a stranger like Yaakov dare to order these shepherds around as if they were his employees? He was afraid that Rachel would join the shepherds and leave early, and Yaakov was interested in having a private conversation with her. That was the whole date. Rashi and the Sforno took a different approach from the Chizkunis, right? The strange behavior of Yaakov. Rashi wrote that Yaakov saw the shepherds lying down and thought they wished to take the cattle and sheep home, and that they wouldn't graze any longer. Yaakov therefore said to them, "It's still daytime," meaning if you're hired, right? If you're hired working for somebody else, you haven't finished your day's task. The Sforno explained that Yaakov thought the shepherds were shirking their duties. The righteous are disturbed by injustice, even when they're not the victims of it. The Sforno quoted a verse in Mishlei in Proverbs, "The wicked man is an abomination to the righteous, and he whose ways are righteous is an abomination to the wicked man." In his commentary to the verse in Mishlei, Rabbi Yosef, the son of Yosef Nachmanias, wrote, "It is natural for each of these people to hate each other, for every person hates the person that's opposite of them and loves those that are exactly like them." Yaakov's behavior was unconventional and can only be described today as simply awkward, but it also directs his descendants on how to face the wicked. Our values must direct every aspect of our lives. When we see someone acting incongruently with our values, we must object. Yaakov couldn't stand by while he thought the shepherds were shirking their duty, and we must be dedicated to our values, that we can't stand by when witnessing those that act against the values that we hold dear. What an important lesson for us in this week's Torah portion. Shabbat Shalom.